Well, here we are, everybody. This is probably going to be the last video or last two videos. I do have a problem with this, but I don't really want to focus on that. That's not what the real theme of this is. We're doing mostly the FuelPHP and everything. So let's get rid of the cart. Let's get rid of the checkout. We're done with all that. All that stuff works. We haven't touched this change address, which I didn't even put a route in, I don't think. So what are we calling it? Right, so change address. User 9 address. Okay, let's put that in there. I mean, we already did this before, but when we were doing the checkout, but I might as well just put it in there. Get this done. And we haven't done anything with the home page, which we're going to. And that would be let's just put it in the home. I don't think we're going to make another controller for this. So let's do that. By the way, if you live in the United States, happy Independence Day and all that stuff. Let's go to our home, and don't you want to go to your home? And let's take care of this. Again, this is not a user-oriented action address. And we're going to pass the ID. And then we're going to go cur user equals, we can just go find ID, but we'll keep it with the cookie. Even though you're not really supposed to be. And I didn't do any kind of authentication or anything like that. We're not going to worry about that right now. And we just want to get this, we've gotten all the functionality that we wanted done. So that's all that really matters right now. And since I haven't heard anything about doing a rating system, well, we can always go back. We can always do like a real like Amazon later on. We don't have to worry about this now. And while we're at it, why don't we do address equals model billing fine where ID equals ID. Okay, one. Okay, this is going to be quick because it's not really, there's not much going on. We only have a few things to worry about. Just three pieces of information. That's it. And again, a lot of what we're doing here would have been a lot easier if we didn't have to go through this template thing. As I've told you, I'm not really a big Fuel fan. This is more of a challenge I did to myself, for myself. And a little bit of a spoiler, we're actually not going to have a whole listing of user. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Home address. And then we're going to send out the data. We'll have data address equals address. We'll have data addresser. We'll initialize that. We'll initialize billing. We'll initialize the address error, the state error, and the zip code error. And we'll initialize the zip error. Yeah, nobody really is nobody really is like putting FuelPHP tutorials or projects together on YouTube. So do something different. Everyone's got a Laravel. Everyone's got a code igniter. Not really many people have Cake or Fuel, so it's good to kind of change things up and see exactly why you wouldn't want to use these. I would not use Fuel, really, but I mean, again, they do have some kind of main heading, change home address or billing shipping address. They do have some kind of relation aspect. It's just it's not good. I've used it. It's just basically shorthand. It doesn't really help. All right, so action equals user. All right, ID. I think I can I do that? No, I didn't initialize it. We'll just do current user ID. And address method equals post. Keep not hitting enter on that. But like I was saying, their relation thing is not. It's not what you would want. Not what I would want anyway. Form area. Input type equals text. Class equals main input. Name equals address. And then we're going to close this out. We're going to do our PHP inputs. If, what did I call it? Address? Yeah. If address is not blank, then we're going to echo out. This is one of the reasons why it's good to have their forms, because they'll do this for you. But then again, the placeholder thing doesn't work for so much. I like being able to put my own placeholders and stuff and customize it more. Else echo placeholder equals shipping address. And then of course our paragraph class equals error. And that is our PHP insert of if is set address error. And we're going to echo out the address error. Next. So the problem is going to be styling the home page. The home page styling is going to take a little while. Setting it up is not a big deal. It's not like setting this up. We're just basically, we're getting state max length equals 2. Close that out. Close out that tag, and then we go on with this. If address state does not equal blank, then we're going to echo the address state. Like I was saying before, the reason why I was using Cake's form classes and stuff is because Cake had relations and everything with it. Shipping state. You could also do, if you are really technical, like I typically am, you could do a small input, like you could do input sizes. So for some like state, you can make it like nice and small as opposed to have it be the same width as everything else, but you can only have 2 characters in it. stater. Too many spaces. Echo stater. Okay. Last but not least, we'll do form area. Input type equals text. Class equals. This really isn't that necessary. We already do this, but you know, I put it in. I might as well. That's what she said. Oh, okay. Anyway, so address, zip code is not equal to blank. Then we're going to echo out. Try doing this when you don't really have a framework. It is so much worse. I forgot my little semicolon there. Else echo placeholder shipping zip code. And then we're going to put a paragraph class of error. I mean, at this point, this should just be all that. My text editor is trying to be cute. It's trying to be like, yeah, I'm going to finish that. I'm going to finish off that div for you when I should just be typing D in dot form area and fucking do it for me, but no. Now again, that's probably my fault. That most likely is my fault because I did something. I don't know what it was, but seeing as I don't know what it was, I'm going to blame the text editor. After all, it is Microsoft, and Microsoft is evil, so. Update name equals no, let's not do that. Name equals update. Now let's style this sucker. Okay, let me just pass the ID then. Sorry. I'm so used to not using those, so hold on. Let's go to home, let's pass the ID. I could make it, again, I can compact, but I'm not going to compact this. ID. Let's do that. Oh, sorry. My fault. Property billing not found in model billing. What? Property billing not found from model building. What the fuck are you talking about? Hold on. I must have done something wrong here. Let's go to address. Did I put billing somewhere? You get the fuck out of here. Oh, yeah, right there. The hell was I thinking? I can't stand these error messages. Alright, so there you go. I don't know why there aren't any placeholders. There should be, hold on. Model billing is the get one. Address, data. Right, it's not empty, so what's the problem? Oh, I didn't say value. Use your brains to help us. Nice juicy brains. Haste makes waste, children. I say it all the time, and I continue to do it. I'm not just echoing it out, douchebag. This isn't a text area. It's an input field. Damn it. Okay. Now, there we go. Now, let's move this down a bit. Okay, we'll go. I mean, even though it's probably not address. Styling, it's not like in my kind of, and that is address wrapper is all we have to do. It's not my kind of order. Let's just do it like this. Margin top, and we'll just do 20 pixels. Spacebar, piece of shit. Now, when we hit the button, we know what we want to do. If input post update, we gotta get the errors. The update and I don't know, whatever. Validation forge. Let's forge the validation class. I'm gonna say update add field functionality address shipping address. I could just copy paste this, but we won't. 2. We don't have to worry about a max length. I'll put it in anyway. Max length 50. Some shit. I don't know. Update add field. State shipping state. Required, min length 1, max length of 2. No alphas. Add field, zip code, zip code, shipping, space, zip. Code required min length 4 max length holy shit type man 5 and is numeric. And now update add set message required enter a fucking field update add set message required that is not a valid fucking number. If this sucker runs, then we are going to find the, I mean, I could just use address, but we'll just do another one. Update address equals model billing query where user, I mean, it's the same thing, but I just like to be safe. Get one, then screw it. And then we'll just go update address. Now that we have the object, we'll populate it, input, post address, update address, state equals input, post state, update address, zip code equals input, post, zip code, and then we save it. And we return a response redirect to home. If it doesn't work, then we get the messages. We go data address equals update address, update add, error, address, data, state equals update, add, error, state, data, zipper equals update, add, error, zip code. Now we set it all up. Let's see if it works. If I go like this, if I take this out, become really do yourself a favor and just do PHP self. It's so much better. If I take that out, what are you talking about? Address. Oh. You guys probably see this before I do it and go, dumbass, what are you doing? If I do this, enter a fucking address, if I do that, enter a fucking state, enter a fucking zip code, if I go, if I can never now, if I go streets, and I say I moved to Rhode Island, and I said my new zip code is, and update, we go back to home, and if we look, we're now in Rhode Island, so there we go. Okay, that's done. Now, how long did that take me? 22 minutes. Sweet, let's get started. Home page. This is what we were looking at right here. Action index. This is what we want, right? Here we go. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get new. We're going to get new. We're going to call them new. And we're going to say model product query where the No, we're going to go model query. No, we're going to go model product find all. Let me just make sure I know, I remember how to do this. Okay, so I just have to go order, okay. Order by create at. Well, I could do find all order by created at, but we'll just do query order by created at descending limit 5 get. Now we're going to display the 5 newest products. However, one of the things I also want to do is suggested. Actually, let's go with data new. Suggested. And we'll go data suggested. The way I'm doing the suggested is, and I don't need a semicolon there. The way I'm doing the suggested is, I'm going to go model product query where user ID, no, hold on. Model cart items, I'm sorry. Let me just make sure I got my logic here. Model cart item where user ID, sold, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Query where user ID is the current user and where sold is 1. And the reason why we're doing that, and then we're going to do order by ID descending get 1. Now the reason why we're doing that is we're looking at what the person bought. what they actually purchased, what they completed the purchase of, right here. We're taking the very first one, and then from there, we're going to take the ID, right? Or we're going to take the category. Okay, so you see how I did it here? We're going to get, okay, so the product was that. We're going to, if it's not equal to 0, meaning if you actually bought something, then we're going to get the product ID. Then we're going to get that product ID's category ID and get the 5 that we bought from the, we got 5 that are in that category. Okay, so let me just do this. So now we're going to go back up here. This is the way I'm doing it. You don't have to do it this way. If, what am I doing? Not there. Okay, so if suggested item does not equal blank, if it's not blank, then what we're going to do is we're going to suggested item, we're going to get model product, and we're going to find the suggested item product ID, and then from there we're going to say model category, model product, sorry. Query where category ID is equal to, same thing, right? Get cat. No, I'm sorry, this would be, it's cat. Suggested cat ID. And then at that point, we're just going to limit to 5 and get 5. The reason why we're limiting 5 and we're just going to get. Okay. Now, the reason why we're limiting 5 is because I just want to fit it in. It's going to be a link to. Okay. Then we're going to pass that. So, we go back to our home page. I'm going to have to stop soon. What did I just put in there? 6. Okay. We'll stop soon. Because the rest of this is just going to be fixing this. So go back to the home page. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to make 2 divs. We're going to make div class equals the main div, the home wrapper. And we're just going to put that in there. That's all we're going to do. Then in there we're going to go div class equals new home new. And here we're just going to go for each new as n and for now we're just going to let's just leave it like that. And then with this we're going to go div class equals home suggested, and we're going to go if suggested else buy something, you cheat bastard. Okay, so, and then we'll just put a for each in there. All right. Okay, as you see, there's nothing here because we bought. If I log out, I forgot what was the other guy's name. It was Jack Me Off, was it? And then it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, hold on. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. I have to always remember to initialize. If you don't have actual data in it, always remember to initialize. Like if you don't intend to have it, so you buy something cheaper. So when we come back, we're going to work on that. I will be back in just a second. I will see you then.